Hey guys, and welcome to this new video. There are a lot of people out there saying that the crypto ecosystem is about to die and that we'll not be able to save it. And that is true that a lot of things happened in the last couple of months that could indicate this trend. But more recently, there have been a lot of things indicating that the crypto market could actually go the other way around and start its final bull run that could result in mass adoption of crypto. So what is hiding beneath the dirt? What is happening in the crypto market right now, and where is crypto going? I will tell you everything from start to finish, and it starts now. So we all know it, the crazy growth we've seen from the end of 2020 to the end of 2022 is not common. Out of nowhere, millions of investors poured their money into the market without even knowing what they were doing. And some of them made millions of dollars with just a few $1,000 invested. And as it is always the case in bull markets, the media started to talk about these people making millions of dollars by investing just a few $100s. And this brought in even more investors into the market. For example, this man called Glauber Contesoto invested all his life savings into Dogecoin and became a millionaire literally overnight.
I'm sitting in this bed in the studio apartment and I just became a millionaire. Right now.
It was massively publicized by the mainstream media after that, and of course this type of thing never goes unnoticed. Just like that, we've seen a huge amount of liquidity entering the market, and that pushed Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies all the way to the top, with Bitcoin going to $69,000 and Ethereum going above $4,500. Once again, the media talked about these new records a lot.
Got a Bitcoin alert, the crypto breaking above $60,000 for the first time.
And the crypto industry itself was at an all-time high in terms of hype. And everybody was already talking about it when something even crazier arrived.
Since then, Forbes has named you one of the top 50 most influential people in the NFT space.
NFTs.
The NFT hype that arrived in the beginning of 2021 was something completely new, and even people that were already in the industry discovered NFTs right at this moment. The NFT hype exceeded anything we could have predicted, and it introduced an enormous amount of people, especially younger people, to crypto. I mean, when you see that you can sell an image of a monkey and then go buy a Lambo, I get why it became so popular. Then add to that the metaverse arc with Facebook renaming their company to Meta, and what we end up with is a gigantic amount of money and people involved in an industry that is completely new to most of them. Just so you get a better idea of the scale of that hype, even venture capitalists around the world invested billions of dollars into companies that simply had the words Web3, NFTs, or Metaverse in their tagline. Obviously, the only way you can go from there is down, and that's exactly where we went. Down. From that point on, everything started to break. It all started with the Terra Luna fiasco in May of 2022. We're not going to go into the details of what happened, as many other people already covered the subject, but basically billions of dollars were wiped out of the market in the span of roughly 3 days. In total, we are talking about nearly $45 billion completely wiped out in just 72 hours. That is just wild. Terra was a trusted ecosystem, and many people thought this collapse could never happen to such a big structure, but it did. And unfortunately, it was just the first out of many others. Terra Luna definitely marked the beginning of the crypto winter, but after its collapse, some of the biggest players in the entire ecosystem followed the path to death and, well, died. The first one to follow was Celsius, which was the biggest crypto lending platform in the world. They froze withdrawals in June of 2022 after a big FUD movement from investors that were all trying to withdraw their funds from the platform. Celsius filed for bankruptcy a month later and declared they had a $1.2 billion hole in the balance sheet. Then Three Arrows Capital, the Singapore-based hedge fund, sank, taking down with them the crypto broker Voyager Digital because of the $650 million loan to the firm. Of course, I omitted the fact that many crypto companies were facing regulatory issues that added to the fear of investors. But all of that is nothing compared to what happened in November of 2022.
Meanwhile, another massive news story crossing this week. Cryptocurrency exchange FTX filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy today, following several days of enormous turmoil.
The FTX collapse is the one event that shook the entire world of crypto up and down like a bad earthquake. This time it was too much. It was more than crypto. The media, them again, were all on it. The FTX collapse is serious. The estimated loss is estimated to be $8 billion, which is less than Terra Luna, but we're not talking about big players falling anymore. We are talking about crypto giants. FTX was one of the largest crypto exchanges in the entire world, one of the most trusted platforms to trade crypto on. They were reputed to be secure, but they fell. And if they fall, can Binance fall? Can Coinbase fall? Can the entire crypto market fall? This crash led to unprecedented damage to the trust users had in the ecosystem. In fact, a lot of these people left the crypto chat and officially became AI experts. But now we need to clarify something. If you noticed, since the beginning of this part, I keep talking about how big centralized companies failed. Big companies are definitely a big part of the ecosystem, and they are the ones most in the spotlight. But is this ecosystem just represented by big companies? What is the reality of the market right now? As you know by now, we are currently in what we call a bear market or crypto winter. So this affects the monetary value and the publicity of the market negatively for sure. But the truth is that we needed the bloodbath of 2022. As I said earlier, the bull run of 2020-2021 brought in millions of people who were completely uneducated about crypto and blockchain. There were literally hundreds of meme coins like Dogecoin being launched every single day, and the newcomers were loving it. I gotta admit, the promise is pretty good. Buy a coin with a dog on it and you are gonna make millions. But it is unsustainable. Most projects that were launched during the bull run had no real intrinsic value behind them. The founders were just greedy kids that really just wanted to make a quick bag and then go buy a Lambo. That's literally all they cared about. The value propositions of the projects were always the same. Be part of a community. This is all psychology. And the thing is that it was exactly the same thing for our beloved too big to fail companies. Decision makers were driven by greed, which, as you saw, always leads to bad decisions and unnecessary risk taking. So why was 2022 needed? Because it cleaned the shits. It wiped all the companies and projects that were going to fail at some point anyways. And also it humbled the wannabe wolves of Wall Street who thought they were geniuses after making a few $1,000 with shit coins. Now we are left with a bunch of people who actually care about crypto, who are either educated or want to educate themselves, and who are actually building interesting solutions for real life problems. And we see it in crypto events and gatherings. The enthusiasm is definitely still here, but there's less bullshit and more smart people. All the new investors who lost it all either left crypto for good or stayed and educated themselves, and this is a good thing. So right now the reality of the market is that people are building better things than ever before. People have learned from the mistakes of the past and are becoming way more cautious about what type of projects they invest in. People are ready to come together and uncover the last couple rotten trees hidden in the forest to make the ecosystem more lively than ever before and start all over again on healthy foundations. So I think that from now, there are two possible outcomes. Either the bullshit never stops and the crypto market loses credibility and trust forever, leading to the collapse of this technology. But honestly, I genuinely think this is the least possible outcome because crypto holds some of the smartest people in the world. I mean, you know, they invented Bitcoin, so... Or people just cut the nonsense, stop promising the moon, and start building solutions that are actually useful to people. And from what we see so far, this is definitely the most possible outcome right now. The truth is that governments themselves are secretly building blockchain-based solutions to simplify the system we operate in. More and more people are actually using crypto on a daily basis to do day-to-day transactions. And everybody knows we need a solid infrastructure to support the growth of crypto. On the business side of things, we've seen great innovations pop out from corporate companies introducing crypto into their catalog of products and services, even during the tough times the crypto market is currently in. And this presages a lot of good. For example, the biggest e-commerce website builder software company, Shopify, recently partnered up with Third Web to make it easier for its users to build Web3 enabled stores. Burger King France announced very recently that they now accept Bitcoin in every Burger King location in Paris. Starbucks also ventured into Web3 by launching a collection of NFTs that completely sold out in only 20 minutes. I think this is just the beginning of the crypto revolution, and many of the smart people on earth know that. That is why so many corporate companies are betting big on Bitcoin. They know what the potential for this technology is. The crypto ecosystem is still well and alive, and with the right mindset into this new era, with the right innovations at the right time, the only way forward is up.